आप सबको मेरा आदाब है अर्ज किया है के पॉडकास्ट पे। और आज के जो हमारे गेस्ट हैं वो बहुत ही जाने माने कॉमिक हैं टोरंटो में, और ही हैज़ परफॉर्म्ड ऑल ओवर नॉर्थ अमेरिका एंड वी आर वेरी लकी टू हैव हिम टुडे विद अस। A very different perspective he has on the world, and which we're going to dip into and dive more into it. So please welcome Mumbai Comic Prithviraj. कैसे हैं सर?
थैंक यू साकिब भाई, इतना अच्छा इंट्रो मेरे घर वाले मेरे नहीं देते। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच। मैं ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे?
बहुत वेरी गुड, बहुत शुक्रिया आपने टाइम निकाला हमारे लिए।
नहीं, थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी एट योर पॉडकास्ट।
और क्योंकि ये अर्ज किया है कि महफिल है तो इसकी शुरुआत हम एक शेर से ही करेंगे।
बिल्कुल,
अगर आपकी इजाजत हो तो।
इरशाद
जी। तो अर्ज किया है, ना मोहब्बत करो झूठी ना प्यार करो फर्जी।
वाह।
ना मोहब्बत करो झूठी ना प्यार करो फर्जी, आगे का नहीं बताऊंगा क्योंकि मेरी शायरी मेरी मर्जी।
अरे क्या बात है यार, एकदम मुंबई स्टाइल हो गए।
मैंने कहा क्योंकि आज हमारे गेस्ट जो है वो कॉमिक हैं तो उस हिसाब से जो है ना शायरी भी उस हिसाब से होनी चाहिए।
बिल्कुल। ये मेरा सबसे बेस्ट ऑब्जर्वेशन मुझे पर्सनली लगता है जो मैंने किया है सिंस आई बीन हैंगिंग आउट विथ यू इन योर महफिल्स एंड सारे शायर्स को मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है।
जी।
जो बेस इमोशन होता है जिससे मैं कॉमेडी लिखता हूँ
जी,
उसी बेस इमोशन से आप शायरी लिखते हैं।
जी बहुत शुक्रिया।
ये कॉमनैलिटी मैंने नोटिस की है, ऑब्जर्व की है हमारे दोनों के आर्ट फॉर्म में।
आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाई वी कनेक्ट सो वेल।
जी आई डोंट नो, होगा कुछ पिछले 7 जन्मों
जरूर
में कुछ कनेक्शन।
अच्छा, तो मैं शुरुआत करूंगा पृथ्वीराज भाई। आप व्हाट डू यू प्रेफर, पृथ्वीराज, पृथ्वी?
जो इट्स जस्ट द नेम।
ओके,
मुंबई कॉमिक बोलिए।
मुंबई कॉमिक, ओके, मुंबई कॉमिक,
दैट्स माय नेम ऑनलाइन।
तो मैं स्टार्ट करूंगा क्योंकि मैं आई वाज डूइंग सम रिसर्च ऑन यू एंड यू हैव you started comic doing comedy from India.
Yes.
And then you came to US and then now you're in Canada and you've been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah.
तो उसकी स्टार्टिंग कैसी हुई? थोड़ा सा अपनी जर्नी के बारे में बताएं। How did you come about and this just wrap up your journey into for us a little bit.
Sure. I'll give you an elevator pitch.
Sure.
About my stand-up comedy career.
जी.
So this started obviously as a fun thing to do for me. So in Mumbai, there used to be a comedy club called Canvas Laugh Club.
Okay.
That was the only comedy club back in Mumbai. And this was, I'm talking about 2014 something. So at that time, I went to see live comedy. It was an open mic. There were contestants who were doing comedy. And I saw them do stand-up and I was like, ये तो मैं भी कर सकता हूँ, इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है?
It looks easy, right?
It looked so easy. So I'm like, yeah, इसमें कौन सी मैं भी कर। So I signed up.
Right.
I still remember October 16th, 2014 was my first spot ever doing stand-up comedy at CLC at an open mic. I wrote long script. So we were supposed to do 5 minutes. So 5 minutes ka I was like, ये kill करेगी ये script. I'll destroy the whole.
I know how that goes.
हाँ, and so 5 minutes, 50 people, 0 laughs. एक जैसा आपने किया है, एक चकल भी नहीं है।
Oh my God.
Not even ऐसा किसी ने भी नहीं किया। तो इतना हार्ट ब्रेक हुआ मेरा। बोले यार,
लेकिन उसकी प्रिपरेशन कितनी की थी आपने?
बहुत ज्यादा
प्रिपरेशन की
थी और पे ऑफ कुछ नहीं था।
जी।
So it became an ego issue कि अरे, तो फिर I started doing those open mics regularly.
जी।
And I also discovered another venue that was running back then that had open mics. It was called The Hive.
Okay.
And I started doing open mics at both spots. And I wanted to get the big laugh, the first big laugh, because it became a thing. So every day I was going and doing open mics and getting rejected and coming back home. I would feel very sad. Like, why am I doing this? Kya point is iska? After doing stand-up for about 6-7 months, I got my first big laugh.
Okay.
On a joke that I had written. A first big laugh. So
तो क्या वो जो स्पेसिफिक कोई सब्जेक्ट था, क्या जोक था वो?
It was one of the jokes I had written early on. Okay. So it's retired now. But the feeling is what I still remember. The first big laugh that you got. So that got me hooked to doing stand-up comedy. And within a few more months, I started winning open mics at CLC. So the drill was, if you win open mics, you get a spot on the regular pro shows.
Okay.
So you get a chance to play in the big league, sort of. So that's how I started doing sports more and more. At one point I was winning so many open mics that one day one of the big comics who was hosting the mic, she was like, तू एक और mic जीत के क्या करेगा, तुझे ऐसे भी spots मिल रहा है,
जी.
तो why don't you let me give it to another comic and let them get spots? I'm like, sure, no problem. So that is what I had, the point I had reached to in about a year of doing stand-up. And then I continued there for some more time. Then I moved to US. My work took me to US. There I learned a lot about comedy. US being the mecca of comedy.
Ji.
That's where it started, the performing art in the way we do it.
You were in New Jersey in the beginning, or
New
you were in
Jersey,
New York City? But you did a lot of performances in New York as well.
So yeah, I watched a lot, did a lot, learned a lot in US. All the big names that we had learned and got inspired from. I saw them live. It was an amazing altogether experience. But then COVID happened and everything shut down. So then I moved to Canada. I've been here about 5 years now. So since I had already started from scratch in multiple places, I knew the drill. So I started going out here. I used to do English stand-up, but it wasn't that much of a fun because अपना cultural connect उसमें नहीं मिलता है. And I want to use my own English language, जैसे हम बात करते हैं. We switch easily between both languages. So I wanted to do that. और वो scene है ही नहीं यहाँ पे. So literally, I started a show called Musafir Hoon Yaaro in Mississauga. It's been running for about 2 years. The goal was to get stage time for myself, and then also encourage newer comics who want to try doing stand-up just like I aspired to, so that they get some stage time and try in front of an audience that is willing to support them, listen to them, and have fun. So that has been my journey so far. I've been doing it for about some time now, and it's been good fun. I enjoy doing it. There is an artist in all of us, I believe, that wants some way to express themselves, and that is what I'm doing with stand-up. And I appreciate you doing that with your शायरीज as well.
No, शुक्रिया. नहीं, बहुत very extensive journey and बहुत hard work है उसके पीछे. बहुत दफ़ा हमें दिखता नहीं है कि कितना work put in हुआ है उस काम पे. तो kudos to you भाई. तो आपने जब कॉमेडी करना शुरू की, अपने घर वालों को बताया होगा कि मैं कॉमेडी करना चाहता हूँ. How was the reaction for that?
So reaction. So honestly, when I started doing it, my family couldn't understand. Like mom, dad,
stand-up comedy क्या है?
They like, मतलब तू हर रोज ऑफिस से घर आता है और फिर ऑफिस के कपड़ों में ही वापस बाइक लेके निकल जाता है, और तू लेट 12 बजे 1 बजे घर पे आता है वापस. तू क्या कुछ गैर कानूनी काम तो नहीं कर रहा? So that was their biggest concern so they didn't really understand this art form that much. It was very new at that time. So and I couldn't explain it in a better way कि like नहीं इसमें कुछ है नहीं, like it's just something I enjoy doing. So but I used to keep going. They never stopped me from doing it or interrupted anything, but they were nice and supportive कि भाई ठीक है तू जा कर, as long as कुछ गलत काम नहीं कर रहे करते रहे.
But were you very funny as a kid, and that's why you thought that okay, I want to do stand-up comedy as well?
Okay, interestingly, I was a very studious and introvert kid growing up. Like I used to rank first, second, third in the class, and
we know bhai is in IT, so we know that.
so I used to be very studious, very padhaku, and very introverted. So I did not have this in me when I was growing up. And never had any avenue to try it. But yeah, I mean, once I settled down in life, I started doing okay and taking care of my family. I guess I got some free time to try this out and realized I have this in me.
So who was your first big supporter that really supported you and said, you know what, you're doing a great job, and continue doing that?
So of course, my wife has been my biggest supporter all these years. She's been like, as long as कुछ गलत नहीं कर रहा है, जा और कर. She doesn't care. आप जाओ और करो. Like she's very nice to me. So I feel like without her support, I could not have done what I'm doing. So she has been a big supporter. My parents started supporting or acknowledging at least कि हाँ ठीक है कुछ सही कर रहा है. Is It happened. So I got featured in India on a national TV show called Rising Stars of Comedy.
Very nice.
They recorded like a performance at Canvas Laugh Club and took 4 minutes of my performance and put it online on their channel. So that was my first big like quote unquote recognition, and it came on TV. तो मैं शाम को ओपन माइक के लिए जा ही रहा था, मेरा एक फ्रेंड कॉल किया, अरे ब्रो अपन
तो टीवी पे
आने वाले। मैं बोला यार तू पागल है, अपने को टीवी पे कौन डालेगा? एंड ही इज लाइक नहीं तू जाके उनके फेसबुक पेज पे ट्रेलर देख। तो आई सॉ द ट्रेलर, ही वाज देयर, आई वाज देयर, सो आई इमीडिएटली टर्न माय बाइक अराउंड, वेंट होम, एंड मेरे पेरेंट्स डिनर कर रहे थे, तो आई पुट ऑन द टीवी, आई एम लाइक पापा मम्मी ये देखो, आप सोचते हो मैं कहाँ जा रहा हूँ, क्या कर रहा हूँ, ये देखो मैं ये कर रहा हूँ। So they played a nice 4-minute segment.
How proud they were of that?
They were happy to see me on TV, because TV पे आना एक बड़ी बात है.
That's such a big accomplishment, right? Especially when you are putting in so much work, and that's it's good to have that kind of validation.
हाँ, तो for me it was more of them enjoying it, and while it was playing I realized थोड़ा बहुत bit था उसमें which was not PG, but they edited that out for mass TV, so thankfully that. So I was like, अरे मेरे पापा मम्मी देख रहे हैं. So I understand the importance of the content being nice and clean and family friendly. So now that is the kind of brand I want my comedy to be. So the whole family is able to enjoy and have a laugh and have a.
Actually, that was my next question. That how's, because when you're starting out, your material is very different. So how is your material and your comic sense is different from what it was in your first 10-20 gigs and now what you're doing now?
Yeah, so it has definitely evolved. I feel like based on my observation, सब comics का same journey रहता है, similar journey होता है, where they start out with opinions and social point of views, political point of views, cultural, religious, blah blah blah. But then they slowly realize that everybody has that and they have nothing special in them. Then they start diving inside them. कि मेरे अंदर क्या है ऐसा जो पब्लिक को मैं प्रेजेंट कर सकता हूँ जो फनी है. Then all the dark stuff comes out and you realize that this is not what people like. Yeah, I like. So slowly you start discovering yourself and things about you that you also didn't know. You had it in you, थोड़ा feeling रहता है कि है कुछ तो मेरे में, but वो धीरे धीरे निकलता है बाहर. It doesn't come out. So you have to keep doing this, keep performing this performing art, and keep discovering yourself. And in that process, you eventually evolve to be a good person and a good comedian, I feel.
So are you changing your content based on how the audience is reacting? Because there's a lot of things that goes in a comic's mind, right?
Yeah. So definitely I play to an audience. But I also seek the humor in those situations or scenarios. I think like a simple regular person, nothing, I mean, ऐसा नहीं कि कोई बड़ा hot take लेके आ रहा हूँ. It's just simple observation.
There's nothing regular about Bhai's perspective. And if you go check out at Mumbai Comic, his page, and I was really surprised the way your mind works. I saw that post about the baby changing station. You know how you go to the washroom and you change and you can change your baby at this thing. So it's just very different. How I would never think of that, and that's I think what's unique about a comic.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, so there are so many things around us, and in our day-to-day lives, we are occupied with so many things that we miss out on these small things. But that is what I enjoy doing, observing the mundane and trying to find the humor in that.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to find meaning in what I do. So.
Right. So आप इंडिया में थे, फिर आप यूएस में, अब आप कनाडा में.
Right.
So has that changed your perspective on how you're looking at the world and how you're putting your content out there? Is that evolving because of your travel and because of your exposure?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all these opportunities gave me, all these situations led me to meet so many great people, hang out with great comics, people who I look up to. And so I learned a lot. I feel like I am a sponge that wherever you put it, it will absorb whatever things are around it. So I consciously try to absorb all the good things I can from people I meet, situations I'm in. I put that effort,
जी.
and then let my brain do the rest of the work on it.
Okay.
So when you meet people from different backgrounds, different ethnicity, different upbringings, you realize the similarities between yourselves and the differences also. So you learn to appreciate the differences and learn to enjoy the similarities.
But I think in US, your exposure was very different. It was just not limited to the South Asian community.
हाँ,
It
तो
was
I used to go and watch a lot of the US comedians.
right.
So what is very important is knowing the audience and operating in that environment. Like, so my jokes will be relevant to a certain set of people. So acknowledging that is very important, and then working or focusing on that. आई फील लाइक जैसा कॉमिक होता है वैसा वो अपनी ऑडियंस को ड्रॉ कर ले, और जैसे आर्टिस्ट होता है दैट आर्टिस्ट ड्रॉज पीपल हु आर सिमिलर टू दैट आर्टिस्ट. आई फील लाइक ये सारे आर्टिस्टिक एंडेवर्स में रेलिवेंट है. पोएट, पेंटर, सिंगर, म्यूजिशियन.
लेकिन परफॉर्मेंस के वक्त, आई मीन आई एम श्योर यू फेस अ लॉट ऑफ बैकलैश एज वेल, अ लॉट ऑफ हेकलर्स दैट यू नो.
ऑफ कोर्स.
सो हाउ डू यू डील विद दैट? कोई ऐसी कोई स्टोरी शेयर करें हमारे साथ कि you know, the one that you can't forget.
So the typical heckles I get in my performances are from other ladies in the crowd,
Okay.
Wives sitting with their husbands, because I make jokes about being married, and from my perspective as a husband. My wife is not on the stage, she's not around. Obviously my jokes have been approved by her, but I feel like the ladies in the crowd, they are laughing. While they are laughing at the jokes, they know these are jokes, but they also want the wife's voice to be heard, or have that thrown in the mix. So the heckles I get are from other ladies in the crowd trying to defend my wife, even though they don't know her.
Actually, I've seen that the women, they stick together. So no matter they don't know you, they will support you and they'll do that. It doesn't happen the same way for guys.
नहीं, brotherhood वैसा नहीं है. जब when it comes to your better half, no guy will defend you, but women will defend. So they have a thing called sisters before misters.
Yes.
हाँ. So universal sisterhood है, and I've learned to acknowledge that and understand that it's not coming from a bad intent. It's just that they also want to be heard. And I feel like that's a very valid thing. So I try to inculcate my wife's perspective into my jokes as much as I can as a guy, but obviously it's not enough, and that's when I get some of the heckles or the participation, as I call it.
Have you ever worked with like a female comedian and do like a collaboration on stage?
Not yet. That had been one of my thoughts.
Yeah.
But this style of comedy is not common. I think I just have to train my wife in being a comic and do a show with her. So I'm doing a lot of reels with her on.
Yeah, I see that.
Instagram.
We'll talk about that. And I think she's going to have more followers than him very soon.
I hope so. I mean, she is very talented.
Yeah.
Very natural actor as per her friends.
Yeah, I just started following her, so that's I saw the new page.
all the friends, all her friends are following her, not me.
Yeah.
So, and all the comments are about her being funnier than me. That's why she chose that handle. Like,
but that's a common denominator. So I'll tell you, I post a lot of stuff online, and I get maybe 50, 40, 80 likes. And when I put a picture of my wife with me, I get likes from all over the place, including my in-laws and everything. So
it's good behavior
Yeah.
that they're encouraging, and I like that part.
Yeah.
I don't mind. But yeah, so maybe I'll have to. So I'm working. I have to work double hard when shooting reels with my wife compared to just me, because she has so many inputs, feedback that I have to consider. Like my script, she'll not stick to that script. She'll just.
But you have to run ideas by her that she has to agree that
of course,
you want to do that, right?
Of course. Like the day before, I have to tell her कि सुनो कल हम ये reel shoot करने वाले हैं, and she'll choose her clothing accordingly. She'll choose the makeup accordingly. She'll decide on the layout and all. So a lot of creative
approval process है पूरा approval process है. अर्जी डलती है पूरी एक.
पूरा workflow है. Like मैं बकायदा एक अर्जी रखता हूँ, and then it goes through a workflow of her approving the things, and then it gets executed. So it's no mean feat. It might look effortless.
But it really took off. I mean, it's lately that videos that you've been posting on Instagram,
Yeah.
it's gone in millions of views. It's gone in the one that I think I forwarded you, the one that you did. That was, I showed it to my wife as well, and we were just laughing off. कहाँ से आते हैं ये सब ideas आपको?
Sir, inspired by my wife.
Inspired by trauma.
Inspired by the exchanges we have among हमारी नोक झोंक. नोक झोंक से inspired है.
No, definitely go check it out. It's hilarious. It's very funny.
Thank you.
And I think just the creativity behind it, it's amazing.
Yeah, मतलब again, it's just a way of me expressing my feelings and her participating in it.
But I think she's enjoying it as well.
She is. अभी तो like I'm under pressure. आज कौन सी रील शूट करनी है, आज क्या बनाना है, and I'm like ऐसा नहीं होता है. It's not like suddenly I have something written down and कुछ कर लेंगे. It takes time.
I think that's your signature. That's going to be your signature move now.
हाँ, ऐसे करते करते एक दिन सारे बाल निकल जाएंगे.
I love that post that you put about ये खाना क्या खाना बनाया है. Oh my God.
So she's a great cook. She's an amazing cook. Obviously learned from my mother. My mother, she taught her all the great recipes that she used to make. इसको edit कर सकते हैं?
मैं यही सोच रहा था कि भाई
नहीं अच्छा ठीक है, चलो
इसको हम BTS में डाल देंगे.
हाँ, बोल ही दिया है तो क्या है, थोड़ा dislikes मिल जाएगा. तो she is a great cook. So when she feeds me something, she'll wait and look at me कि मैं bite ले रहा हूँ, तो she'll keep looking at me कि इसका reaction क्या आता है. And I try to be normal at home. I'm enjoying and I'll sometimes say हाँ बहुत अच्छा बना है.
Did she ask you for the feedback while you're chewing? And you gotta wait for you to finish.
So definitely she'll keep an eye कि जैसे मैंने first bite लिया and while I'm chewing, she'll be कैसा बना है. And I generally acknowledge कि yes it is good. But I feel like वही exaggeration मुझे करना था उस reel में, is to make it very वो सास बहू सीरियल में रहता है ना, थोड़ा हाइप अप करके.
It was on point.
She liked it. She enjoyed it. So I'm also trying to pick up on acting skills thanks to her competition.
I think your face expressions when you are doing this is very good. Especially the skit that you did in which you're hanging out with your friends and you got a call.
Yeah.
And then she's saying whatever she's saying, and the way your face expressions are changing. Yeah, that was on point.
Yeah, so. That I tried. That hit about 1 million views recently. But yeah, I mean that was the endeavor. So I put myself in the shoes of a husband very well, and imagine all the other husbands of the world. क्योंकि हमेशा अपने को लगता है कोई भी एक्सपीरियंस है कि शायद मेरे साथ ही हो रहा है,
सबके साथ हो रहा है.
So I am trying to give a voice to the other fellow husbands of this world कि भाई आप अकेले नहीं हो, मेरे साथ भी हो रहा है, and I am willing to put it out at the risk of whatever जो भी होगा देखा जाएगा. But yeah, I mean that's what I.
तो ये मेरे फादर का एक वो कहीं भी महफिल में बैठते हैं तो हमेशा he jokes about this.
अच्छा.
And he always says that I'm the head of the family.
Yeah.
And I have my wife permission to say so. और फिर वहाँ से मेरी मॉम बोलती है if you're the head of the family then I'm the neck of the family. Wherever I turn you gotta turn as well.
बिल्कुल 100% स्टीयरिंग व्हील है. गाड़ी वहीं जाएगी जहाँ व्हील घूमेगा.
अच्छा भाई, you performed in in small crowds as well. You perform for big crowds as well, up to 10,000 people too. So what is the difference between 20 people and between 200 and 2,000 people?
Yeah, so that's a great question. That had been, so I had slowly evolved from performing to smaller rooms to large auditoriums. It's a totally different experience to your question. In a smaller room, the feedback is immediate and short. So you have to keep going. That's why you're trying to get as many laughs per minute as you can from that performance. But with an auditorium, the laugh goes and comes and comes. So you have to pace yourself, your jokes, so that you don't speak over the laughs or the applause that you're getting. तो इमेजिन स्टैंडिंग ऑन द सी शोर, वेव्स के बीच में आप खड़े हो लाइक इतने हाई पानी में, एंड वेव्स जा रही है और आ रही है और थपेड़े लगे जा रहे हैं, तो वो फीलिंग है. एंड दैट इज सो अडिक्टिव. वंस यू डू इट वन टाइम, you will want it every time. I mean, thankfully I have good friends who have considered me to be the opening act for their shows, and I've done those shows and experienced this.
But I think there's more time for storytelling in a bigger crowd. When you have bigger crowd, there's or you're still going for the punchline.
So to that point, once I have my own show where 1,000 people have come to watch me, I will take that liberty. But I am mindful of who I am performing with and whose show it is. So the people have come to see the main act, and I am, if as the opening act, I want to be respectful to that main artist. So my role as an opening act is to warm the people up from and bring them back from whatever distractions they had कि अरे रास्ते में ट्रैफिक इतना था, कल सुबह ये ईमेल भेजना है, घर जाके शॉपिंग करनी है. I want them to forget all that and come bring all the attention to the show for the main act who's going to follow.
But you have opened for some big names, right?
Yeah.
And I think when you're opening for those comics as well, there's a certain level of expectation the audience wants to see.
Yes.
And this person, if they're opening for this individual, they have to be extremely good, which you are. So वो pressure तो होता है हमेशा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, वो performance pressure होता ही है, no doubt. So you obviously, I take my A game when opening for all my friends. So I have to make sure, so whatever 8 to 10 minutes I get as the opening act, I make sure I do my best and warm the people up for the good show they're going to have with the main artist whom they have come to watch. So that is my goal when I do these opening acts. So I do the same laughs per minute wala strategy, get as many punches as I can to warm people up in that laughter mode, so that it keeps rolling with the main act as well.
Have you ever changed your set or what you're about to say as soon as you enter the stage and you see a very different energy of the crowd?
Doing comedy for this long has mostly given me a sense of reading the room and knowing the audience who's coming to see a particular artist. So each of these main artists have a different vibe. Like I said, the audience is similar to the artist. So as long as you understand the main act and who you're performing for, you'll be able to play to the audience. Of course, the jokes have to be the jokes have to be specific to the environment and the crowd. So I do that, and I have written jokes about being married, about being an immigrant, about being a father. So I have these various routines in which, so just like imagine a DJ playing songs, they have a playlist and they can reorder that playlist based on the crowd and their performances. I mean their energy. So same way I rearrange my joke order or improvise or add tags based on the energy I'm getting from the room.
So people don't see the struggle behind the art, and there's a big journey that an artist has to go through. और हम आपको हमेशा हंसते देखते हैं, मुस्कुराते देखते हैं, and that's what we expect from you as well. जब हम आपसे मिलते हैं, we want to get a laugh and we want to crack a joke. But what really goes behind is, I'm sure there's a dark side of being a comic. उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं.
100%. डार्क साइड तो सभी ह्यूमंस के लाइफ में है, तो ऑब्वियसली मेरे भी लाइफ में सिमिलर डार्क साइड है, डे टू डे स्ट्रेस है. सो आई फील लाइक comedy or humor has come out as a defense mechanism in this civilized society that we live in. जो fight or flight mechanism trigger होते रहता है under various types of stressful situation. तो आप flight भी नहीं कर सकते, fight भी नहीं कर सकते, तो आप क्या करोगे? You can laugh about it, उस पर हंस दो. हंसने से वो तकलीफ छोटी हो जाती है. You take the power away from that. तो ये मेरा एक्सपीरियंस रहा है, एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई लव डूइंग कॉमेडी. तो स्ट्रेस तो लाइफ में होना ही है. The whole point of existing here is you're going to be under stress all the time.
But I'm sure being a comic comes with a lot of sacrifice as well.
Yes.
Because you're doing your job as well.
Yeah.
You're investing a lot of time in this. So definitely come with some personal sacrifice, family sacrifice.
It does. So initially when I started doing comedy, I was spending time away from home. My kids were growing up. So I wanted to spend more time with my family. So what I realized, in fact, comedy start भी मैंने इसी inspiration से की थी. So I was making both my kids laugh. They were really toddlers at that time. And हम लोग बेड पे खेल रहे थे and I was doing things, saying things and my kids were just rolling on the floor laughing. Ruffle चल रहा था उनका. So while laughing, my son, he was like 3 or 4 and he was like, Papa, आप इतने funny हो, आप ये टीवी पे क्यों नहीं करते? तो for a second I was like, हाँ यार बात तो सही कर रही है. इतना छोटा बच्चा अपने कहते हैं भगवान, बच्चों में भगवान होता है. तो I feel like ऊपर वाली आवाज थी वो कि तू क्यों नहीं करता. So it sort of became like a serendipitous moment for me कि कर ले.
But does it feel like you're playing a role for so long that you become the character?
Yes.
And so do you ever sit and think about that and it just a loneliness just kind of hits you?
Yes.
As a comic?
Yes. I feel lonely. But I feel like as a comedian, my job is to empathize with the people who feel just like me and try to make them feel better. For example, if I'm performing, so let's say 50 people in the room, everybody's laughing collectively, they are enjoying the jokes I'm doing, but I'll only see the people who are not laughing. And I'd be like, क्या हो गया bro? तू कॉमेडी शो में टिकट खरीद के अपना टाइम स्पेंड करके ट्रैफिक में ड्राइव करके आया है, तू तेरे आसपास सारे लोग हंस रहे हैं और तू अकेला क्यों नहीं हंस रहा है? कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम है. So then it becomes my mission for the time I'm on stage to make that person laugh and make them feel a part of what we are doing, Because I am that guy. I am that guy in real life. And I don't want that for anybody. So that is what I do.
Your audience mostly they're married people because a lot of your jokes are about marriage.
Yeah.
And they're great jokes.
Yeah.
I love the one in which you talk about this is recorded for quality insurance purposes, and I think that's just bang on.
So early on in my career, in my day job, I worked in a call center for a good few years.
That's where that came.
So I mean that tagline came from there, but I realized that being married also means you're constantly under surveillance by your better half, and everything is being noted to make you as a husband a better person. That is the objective. That is the intent. It's with all pureness, pure heart, pure intent. रहता है wife के मन में, husband के लिए. She wants him to be the best version of himself, so that they have a great life. I mean that is the whole point of them observing everything that you do. आप सांस भी ले रहे हो तो. So she's like, ऐसी क्यों सांस ले?
But I say, when I look at a lot of the comedians, a lot of the big names as well.
Yeah.
There are few things that sticks with you.
Yeah.
आपको वही याद रहता है. जैसे अगर मैं जाकिर भाई को देखता हूँ तो मुझे जो है ना वो सख्त लौंडा उनका याद रहता है. उसी तरह I think when you say that this is recorded for quality insurance purposes, I think that's your signature. It just lightens the entire room.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, whatever is happening, if you say that, that's it. Everybody's smiling, everybody's laughing.
I mean, that is real.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not making myself, of course, I mean, it's a joke, but she knows everything I'm doing. So I am being, so that is the beauty of it. Surveillance is supposed to be clandestine. You should not know that you're being surveilled. But the subject knowing that it's under surveillance is the funny part to me. So I say this out loud and people then feel it. Yeah.
Does your wife come to a lot of your performances?
That's a great question. She's like, थोड़ा और famous होने उसको फिर देखो. As of now, she's like, हाँ ठीक है.
But she does come every now and then and watch you.
So she's only come to watch me once.
What?
Because.
Bobby.
So please. So.
एकदम सही कर रही हैं आप.
So that too, the day she came for my show was when all the neighbors were like, चलो भाई के show देखने जाते हैं. So then she was like, हाँ चलो अभी सब जा रहे तो मुझे भी जाना पड़ेगा.
So were you very nervous when she came and watched it, or did your performance change because she was there?
She tried to make me nervous, but I'm a professional now, so nothing can faze me.
That you are.
She enjoyed.
And I'll tell you, I mean, I know Bhai for the last few months now, but because he was coming to the podcast, and I had to do research on him. The amount of work Mumbai Comic has put into his career, and it's a level of consistency. एक तो होता है कि हम hard work करते हैं, लेकिन hard work के साथ एक consistency बहुत जरूरी है life में. And the amount of open mics you did, the amount of shows that you did, it's like, and you're still doing that and doing it on a regular basis. I mean, it's just amazing. So it's very commendable, and I think hard work always pays off, and I think that's what I see in your journey.
Thank you. I mean, हम जो करते हैं ये art form, it's a performing art. आपको perform करना पड़ेगा. That is what I recommend to all the comics who come and ask me for advice. Okay, it's a performing art. You have to go on stage, you have to stand in front of mic, and you have to do your jokes in front of people. Doesn't matter, 1 person, 2 person, 100 people, crowd कितना ही बड़ा. You have to perform. तभी अंदर जाएगा वो art आपने जो perform किया, and then you become better. So that's what I try to do for myself as well. And
you're very comfortable on stage. I can see that, and I think that's where you belong.
Right. सब मेरे वाइफ का आशीर्वाद.
बहुत हर जगह आप पॉइंट्स लेने खड़े हो जाते हैं.
पॉइंट देने खड़ा हूँ ये.
अच्छा तो we have a segment in the podcast. It's called Instant Arz.
Okay.
It's like a rapid fire. So I'll throw a lot of questions at you.
Sure.
Some questions is just a one-word answer, and
Yeah.
some questions you just have to answer really quick.
Okay.
The first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
So we'll try to keep it easy, and then it's going to go a little bit tricky.
Oh
okay?
my God!
Okay.
This sounds like another marriage.
So here it goes. Okay. Easy one. What your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Yeah.
Anything my wife makes.
Huh?
Okay.
That's such a diplomatic answer.
But it is true.
Okay. Okay. Your favorite comic?
That's difficult. There's so many.
So you can talk about one in South Asian comedians, and you can talk about one English comedian.
Yeah, very inspirational. Obviously, Zakir Bhai. English comics, again, there are so many that I like. I don't have a specific name though. Yeah. It'll be a little unfair to me.
Okay.
For picking a favorite out.
Okay. ये rapid fire था, इसमें भाई को एक आंसर देना था.
नहीं, मैं वही करूँगा जो मुझे करना है.
Viral reels or sold out show?
Sold out show.
Stage or camera?
Stage.
You're a comic, so definitely you have this. So what's your pet peeve?
Pet peeve?
Yeah.
People not laughing at my comedy.
Huh? Okay. For me, it's try. It has to be perfect. Who makes you laugh?
My wife.
Okay. That's where you get all the material.
Yes.
Okay.
She's hilarious.
Okay. Your name is Mumbai Comic. So
Yeah.
what is so uniquely Mumbai about you?
अपन किसी चीज से डरता नहीं है.
कैमरे में देख के बोलना.
कुछ भी किसी भी चीज से डरता नहीं अब.
सिवाय भाभी के.
हाँ प्लीज. सच सब जोर जोर से बोल के स्कीम बता.
Secret to happy marriage.
Listen to what your wife has to say.
All the time.
Most of the time.
ये मैं काट दिया. Hecklers deserve
acknowledgement.
A joke I regret.
सासू माँ पे एक जोक है, वो मैंने एडिट किया हुआ है, मैं नहीं करता.
तो बताएं हमें बताएं.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire भाई, ठीक है. A joke you're proud of.
This set is being recorded for quality and training purposes.
Okay. The price of fame is
family privacy.
Family privacy.
Yeah.
And if there's ever a biopic made on you, who do you think is going to play your role?
Me. Me.
Okay. Acting में भी आता.
Yes. And मेरी wife का role भी मेरी wife play करेगी.
Okay.
और मेरे बच्चों का role भी मेरे बच्चे play करेंगे.
Very nice, very nice. I think that we're looking forward to a sitcom.
Yes.
I think we should have one South Asian sitcom. I think you'll be perfect for that.
That is the plan. बस Netflix के कॉल का वेट कर रहा हूँ.
अच्छा भाई, रैपिड फायर हमारा खत्म हो गया. Just as a comedian, and I think more of a comedian, you're a professional. You know, so it's like we think about comic and we think about laughing and all that.
Yeah.
But it's actually a profession, and I think you're very professional when it comes to your art. So, what are some of the stories? What are some of the things that you have not done yet? What is that you still want to do and accomplish?
I want to have my own solo show, at least an hour worth of jokes, just like what I'm doing now. I also want to do a sitcom, as you mentioned, family-oriented, something that the whole family can enjoy, watch together on big screen. Those are right now my plans, and I'm working towards those. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, all right. And if we sit down again in the next 5 years, what kind of, you know, how would I look at Mumbai Comic?
Oh, please, appointment lena padega. Of course, I'm joking, but no, I wish both of us a lot of success. So we both are still the same when we meet, and it will be great.
I wish you a lot of success, and I think you're already on that trajectory where people are recognizing you, and I mean I'm a big fan when I see your comedy skits, and hota hai ki like you came on my Instagram post, and all of a sudden I just stopped because your overall demeanor and everything. I mean I can definitely see a star in making. So wish you all the best for that. So 2026 mein, I mean I know that you have your own show.
Musafir Hoon Yaaro. In Mississauga.
जी. तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं, and then because we want everyone to come and see Bhai. And the great work that he's doing and his team is doing.
So my show is called Musafir Hoon Yaaro. You'll find it on online, and it's a monthly Desi comedy show where we do stand-up comedy in English, and it's a line-up show. We do it every third Friday of the month. That is the frequency, and people enjoy this. I've always gotten positive feedback. So if you're missing stand-up comedy from back home, I welcome you all to come and watch it. All our friends from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, all the Hindi understanding audience enjoys my show. So please feel free to come. I'll be happy to have you in my show.
So definitely, we all will be there.
Thank you.
और जिस तरह हमने पॉडकास्ट का स्टार्टिंग एक शेर से किया था, मैं उसके काम भी एक शेर से करूँगा. और I think there's a life lesson in this share. It's a little bit of on a comic side, but I think there's a life lesson because I think life में मेहनत करना, आगे बढ़ना बहुत जरूरी है. जो लाइफ में कंप्लेन करता रहता है, रोता रहता है, वो लाइफ में कहीं नहीं जाएगा. तो उस पर मैंने कुछ अर्ज किया है कि ऐ दिले नादा अपनी गलतियों की हिमायत ना कर. ऐ दिले नादा अपनी गलतियों की हिमायत ना कर. 4 दिन की जिंदगानी में शिकायत ना.
क्या बात है, दिल की बात बोल दी.
चलो भाई, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे पॉडकास्ट में आने का, and I learned so much about you, and I'm a big fan. I'll keep following you and wish you all the success.
Thank you very much. I wish you also all the success. अर्ज किया है.
Thank you.